Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Bit Heroes. All right, so there's a few things to go over. My God, English. But we'll get going in using our PvP and GVG and trial stuff as always. We have a super scroll. Do we need a super scroll? Not really. We'll use rocket skates because why not? And a capture rate tome. And then we'll use just the 25% stuff because we're not actually needing anything. We just need fams. Toilet and William, welcome to you both. How are you both? Let's get PvP done. And I will let everyone in world chat know as well. Yeah, just as it's same kind of stream as it has been for the past probably month or so. It's just familiar. Farming. My God, English. I have forgotten how to talk English overnight, apparently. Yeah, so we don't need any item finder or any of that crap. We just need to get fams. And really the only fams we need is the Flixie to make Eucalis, this thing here. Which is apt because that's what we're trying to make. Anything from dungeons and stuff we don't really need, but we may as well, just do it anyways. Totally not name, welcome. Also doing Bit Heroes 2 right now, nice. Just doing some raids. Any plans for today? We're doing Bit Heroes stream, and then after that we're going to play Dead Cells, stream Dead Cells. So that's the plan for today. Geo the King, welcome. Smiley, welcome. Welcome to you both. Yeah, so we'll knock this out and then we'll stream Dead Cells afterward. Pip, also welcome. How's everyone's face? Yeah, it's pretty good. I did not sleep well. That's why I delayed the stream by an hour. Because I just needed a little bit more sleep. So either we finish at normal time, or we can always stream 1 hour longer to make up for the 1 hour that I didn't stream for because I was tired. We will cross that bridge when we come to it. We'll see how much energy I have and how many people are in chat. If there's still like a bunch of people in chat, and they're happy enjoying the stream, then I'll just keep going. If not, we'll end it early. Either way, we'll get to that in like 5 hours or so. Yeah, there's not much to report really. With the whole Corona thing going on, we got spanked. There's no news. No one. Well, it depends where you are and how many restrictions and how hard those restrictions are. So, for instance, I live in Melbourne, in Australia, and we're under full lockdown quarantine. We have a curfew. It's all bad. Whereas my friend Stu, who you may have seen on the channel before, playing co-op games with, he lives in the western part of Australia, and there's no it's not a thing. Everyone can just do what they want basically. So it depends what city you're in, depends what country you're in, whereabouts, But for me personally, the last 6 weeks has been quarantine and curfew and can't do anything basically. So there's no news. There's no cool thing that happened or anything like that to report or talk about. It's just another day really. I wanted to ask you what would be best for me to progress. Okay, what's your character name? Even with lighter restrictions here in South Australia, there's no news. I wish there was no news. It would be far better than non-stop stream of the past 9 months have been. That's true. Well, when there is news, it's always bad, right? And that's why I avoid reading the news, watching the news on TV, or just in general, just avoiding news and media and stuff, and have done for the past 10, 15 years maybe, because it's always depressing. There's never anything good on the news. It's always these people have been killed by this arsehole, or these people have lost their homes to this prick of a hurricane, or something. They never report something good that happened, right? They're very, very rarely is it just this I don't know, orphanage or something that has no orphans anymore because everyone like adopted all the kids. Hooray! It's always like, no, this orphanage burnt to the ground because one of the kids like was an arsonist and just burnt it down. Like, it's never positive. Never. I'm going back to bed. Mental energy has crashed. No worries. Me too. I've been staying home and playing Bit Heroes. Also, can you tell me a good way to progress? Yeah. Let's look at you both. Don't worry, there's plenty of time. Try what? Uplifting news? It's a good news? I don't know. Like, the thing is, Camille tells me, like, if there's anything of note or whatever, because she's all over it. But yeah, I avoid the news because it's just depressing. So hang on, Pip, are you going back to bed or are you taking Twitch with you back to bed? Social media is cancer too. Like, people can have a bad day because they didn't get enough likes. Yeah. Are you just familiar farming today in Bit Heroes? Yes. I'm just familiar farming. Taking Twitch with you. Okay, cool. So I've got everything from this tier that I need. And there's only one familiar that I need, which is in the Gorban Ruckus, or whatever it is, raid. So that's it. Inos Kelly. I'm just gonna call you Kelly. Welcome. How are you? Yeah. So I only need the familiar from the raid. So all of our dungeon. Oh well, I need an absolute shit ton of world boss material, like 190 or something. Last time I checked. But yeah, all of that energy used on dungeons and stuff. I don't need anything. So I think at least for this stream, I've just been doing the D4 dungeon 4 in like the zone 2 because Yeti's there and I love Yeti to get like more gems and stuff. But I think for stream, because that takes quite a while because it's 20 energy per run, whereas a heroic dungeon is 30. I think for stream I might just convert all of my energy to raid shards, and that way we've got a better chance of getting the Flixie that we need. So we'll do that. I don't know how much energy I have. Let's find out. I have 539. So I can make 5 more raids, and then by the time we get around to it, we'll be at like 40 energy. We can do 2 dungeons. That's what we'll do. Because yeah, the raid fam is the only one I actually need. I'm back. My Wi-Fi is lagging. Wait, how do you convert energy to raids? I do not recommend doing that. I'm doing it purely because it's the only thing I need is in raids. But no, like people, at least if you're early on in the game and stuff, if you're leveling up and going through zones and stuff, do not do that. It's a giant waste of resources. I'm only doing it because I've got nothing else to do this tier. As soon as the next tier opens up, I won't be doing it. So I can show you how to do it. Well, I'm going to do it, so I'll show you how to do it. But yeah, don't do it. It's a giant waste. It's not good at all. You could do 3 heroic dungeons for the same, like 3 heroic dungeons is going to be 90 energy. And if you trade 100 energy for raid, you're going to get 1 raid out of it. And you're going to get a lot more XP. You're going to get a lot more XP, gold, gems, all this sort of stuff by doing dungeons than 1 raid. So yeah, I highly recommend not doing it. Unless in certain circumstances like I am, then I can do it. A new tier coming, there is, yes, it was in the news. I didn't make a video, I haven't made a Bit Hero Bites video for a while, just because there hasn't really been that much new stuff to talk about, really. But yes, settings, that's chat, settings, news, a new zone is coming. So normally what happens, at least when the original devs, they put like this as a teaser type thing, and then say like next weekly reset, it'll come up saying like zone whatever the name of it is coming, and it'll have like a countdown of like 5 days or whatever it is. I don't remember if Kong does that as well from last the last zones and last tiers and stuff. I can't remember if they put a like a countdown on it. But either way, this won't be like at next reset, I wouldn't think. But who knows? Who knows? Oh yeah, shit, I gotta look up people and give advice. I'll do that at the end of this fight. Okay, sweet. Alright, hang on. Awkward. Look, 23. Shit. Alright. The hell is this? Are you going tank? I recommend going DPS instead of tank. Loki, what's going on, man? Welcome. How's work? How's the stream going? We just started 11 minutes ago. So far so good. Yeah, I recommend going DPS over tank, especially if you're free to play or not a whale. Because to be an effective tank, you need to have perfect stats. So hang on, which one is this? This is Geo. Okay, cool. Should I put everything into DPS? Yeah, unless you want to throw money at the game, tank is not a very good option. DPS is way stronger. And I've answered this question, as I answer most questions. I get the same questions over and over again because the game doesn't tell you shit. The way to look at it is this: if you're a tank, and I'll compare to a tank on my friends list. Let's go with, is Bop tank right now? Bop is not tank right now. Let's find a whale. A whale that I know is a tank at least. Come on. Eagle will do. Okay, perfect. Alright, so when this finally loads up, there we go. Almost. I like this mount. I want to get this mount. Okay, fuck it. Alright, perfect. It's done. So to be an effective tank, you need perfect stats. So here we can see that he has 29% damage reduction and 5% evade. Don't worry too much about the evade, but he has 29 damage reduction here. If we go to his runes, he's got all the perfect damage reduction runes. So, like, well, he doesn't have the mythic ones, but still, damage reduction, damage reduction, damage reduction, damage reduction. Then if we go to enchants, he's got 0.8 DR there, 1 DR there, etc. So every single thing is maxed out with damage reduction, or block, or evade, or whatever it is, but you have to have perfect stats to be a viable tank. If you just had like this, for instance, 29% damage reduction here, and then you went here and you had like evade here and block here and whatever else, you're going to get absolutely fucking crushed. So the way to look at it is you need perfect stats to have a tank. If not, you're just kind of like a slightly tankier DPS that's not really doing his job like that well. Whereas if you're a DPS, even if you don't have the sets and you know, whatever, and mythics and all that shit, you're still doing damage. So if you do 1 damage, it's still 1 damage. So with no sets, with no gear, with like, you know, perfect gear and all the rest of it, you're still a DPS and you're going to still be doing damage. Whereas if you try and go tank and you don't have the perfect stats, you're not really doing that much damage and you're also not really tanking that hard. It's kind of just like a waste. So free to play people, I hopefully that makes sense. Highly recommend going DPS over tank. If you level up to like level 300 or something and you're still enjoying the game and you want to put money into it and stuff, then you could try. But I really recommend going DPS. Okay, so let me catch up with chat. Okay, yes. Okay, so DPS, yes. So this you'll need to replace. This is crap. All of the accessories and pets in the guild shop are not worth it. I would just save up to buy a pet egg and a accessory. So you want offensive accessory and you want defensive pet. So if we look in the shop right now, is anything in the shop right now of eggs and stuff? Yes, there is. Okay. It's offensive pet. You don't want that. You want offensive accessory and you want defensive pet. That's the thing. So offense, accessory, defense, pet. Let's get you back up so I can keep going. Or word. Look. Okay, yeah, so get a large pet, large accessory, offensive accessory, and you'll guaranteed a rare, and get in there, and then you can work towards getting an epic or a legendary stuff later. And then defensive pet, same thing. Buy a large defensive pet, you get a guaranteed rare. Da 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 da. On the pet, you'll see that there's 3 types of pet. There's a pet attacks each turn. There's pet when you get hit, and then there's pet for when you hit. If you DPS, you want it when you hit, ultimately. Not when you get hit. Per turn is like okay, but you want it when you hit something. So that's like min-maxing. So offensive pet, offensive accessory hit, defensive pet. And there's 3 stats you want to focus on as DPS. Really, there's two main, we'll go with 2 for the moment. There's 2 DPS stats you want. Empower and Dual Strike. So let's see your pet. Your pet has Empower chance. That's perfect. Good. That's really good. Let's have a look in here. Dual Strike. Lifesteal is the worst stat in the game, so fuck that off right away. And then you've got damage and Dual Strike. Okay, so Dual Strike and Empower are the big 2, and third is damage. So if you replace this with a Dual Strike, Empower, or damage, that's good. But yeah, so far not too bad with this. Gold Find is absolute trash, but that's fine. That's personal preference. Enchants, Lifesteal is awful, get rid of that. Damage in Rage is a tank thing, get rid of that. Block Chance is a tank thing, get rid of that. And 1% Dual Strike is good. So yeah, Dual Strike and Power, and if you can't get either of them, damage is the third modifier. You want as much of those shit as possible. Offensive accessory, defensive pet, and you're good to go. Don't worry about getting like leveling up sets and mythics and all that sort of stuff, because you're just going to replace them in the next tier anyway. Just make sure that you have max epics equipped in each slot, and then start working on replacing those max epics with legendaries until you get strong enough to get to the next zone and start it all over again. So I know it's kind of annoying, and dad joke of the daytime. And it's like, oh, I got a legendary, I got a set piece, I got a mythic, hooray. But unless you're in max tier, it's not really, it's exciting because it's like you got a thing, but you can't use it. Well, I would recommend not using it, because leveling up a set piece and a mythic is a lot more material than leveling up a legendary. So if you get a set or mythic, like as you're leveling up and going through the game and progressing through tiers and stuff, then you can use it as cosmetics and stuff, but I would not recommend leveling them up, upgrading them, sorry, because it's going to cost too much material to do so, and that means you'll have to farm that tier that you're in to get the upgrade materials to then upgrade that mythic, and then you're just going to replace it anyway. So yeah, mythics and sets, don't worry about them. Just use them as cosmetics, which is, I know, is a little bit of a killjoy, but it's the way to do it. How does the moon cut its hair? Eclipse it. Haha. Okay, so awkward look, that is done. Hopefully all of that made sense and helped you. Now next was what was the next? Name _30. Name _30. Here we go. Alright, I'll catch up on chat after I do all of this. Exact same situation with stats and stuff. So crit chance, crit damage. If you buy a large accessory box, you're guaranteed a rare. Just try to get something with Dual Strike and Power or damage on it. Chance to shield your team when you hit an enemy. Perfect. That's perfect. You don't, like, eventually you try to get a legendary or something. But yeah, that's really good. So you got that going for you. You're gonna replace this mount anyway, so don't worry about it too much. Let's go over your runes. You have literally no runes, so you need to fix that. Gold find is not worth it. Try and get experience, 2 experience tombs, runes, sorry, in here. That'll help you like level up quicker and stuff. But yeah, Dual Strike and Empower, or if you can't get them, damage. They're the stats you want to focus on in here, and the same thing, stats you want to focus on in here as well. So health, get rid of that. Lifesteal, get rid of that. Absorb chance, get rid of that. Obviously, that's like a bit of a like shit moment, but the sooner you start getting towards the stats and everything you need, the better. Like, what are you here? Level 75. Imagine you were 275 and you had the same stuff as you have now, and then I recommended you getting all the stuff. You'd be, fuck, I spent like 275 levels doing all this. So yeah, that's my advice for you both. You're pretty much in the same situation, really. You're both early levels. Like you're still like, you know, newish to the game and stuff, and you got plenty of time to get the stuff that you need. But remember, this is a giant grind and farming game. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a long while to get what you need in perfect stats and all that sort of stuff. So try to be patient. I know it's kind of annoying when you want to trade for like a legendary rune or something, and you're wanting in power or dual strike, and you get gold find or something. Well, not that. Well, you get, what would it be, like speed or life steal or something. Like, fuck. All right, I need to save up and do it all over again. But that's what the game is. That's what it is. Like, if you don't like that type of stuff in a game, then this is probably not the game for you. But yeah, just be aware that it will take quite a while to get what you need. Okay, I need to catch up on a lot of chat. Okay, here we go. Amal, good morning. How are you? Orestes, also good morning. And Diamond Derpy Wolf. I'm a DPS, but the game keeps giving me tank stuff, so I'm thinking of converting to tank next tier. Well, we just went over that. So if you're free to play, I highly recommend not going tank. Unless you're going to throw a bunch of money at the game, going tank is not a good idea. Okay, should save till next week for Converse, maybe better sales. Yes, I would be saving. Then again, the last time they had sales, that was rubbish. So hopefully they've learned from the past and will actually put something decent up. But there's no way to know until it happens. But yeah, if you're wanting to buy something, you may as well wait just a little bit more. Can you be my hero, baby? I can. I definitely can. Okay, only exceptions are a few main hands. I don't know what that was in relation to. Your sub expired? RIP. Should I just get rid of legendary and use epic? Get rid of what legendary? In specific, what legendary? Okay, is Zaldax a good legendary mount? Yes. And the thing is, this is another thing the game doesn't teach you. If you get, like, say you get the Zardax or whatever, and you get it, like, at level 20 or something, you just buy it from the shop. Like, if you spend money and buy it at the shop, whatever. The mounts scale with you as you progress up tiers. So if you buy a mount in tier, like, when you're in tier 1, when you get to tier 2, it'll upgrade, and you'll get some more TS out of it. So buying let's say buying a legendary mount in tier 1 or a legendary mount in tier 13, it's the same thing. So when you get to tier 2, it'll get, like, you know, 40 more TS or something. You get to tier 3, you'll get another 40 TS, etc. So there's no, like, I'll wait till I get max tier and then buy the mount. Just buy a mount as soon as you possibly can, because it scales with you. Okay. What are the best familiars to use? Okay, so the familiar thing is the same advice every time. Early game, get Shramps and Ballan and get them to +5, chuck augments on them. Then you replace Shramps and Ballan with Eularius and Remy T. So Shramps and Ballan, you can get both of them by zone 2. Then in zone 5, you can get Remy T, who will replace Ballan. And then in zone 6 or 7, I can't remember off the top of my head, you'll get the ability to farm and make Eularius. So yeah, Shramps and Ballan, put augments on them, get them to +5, and then they'll carry you all the way through until you can replace them with Remy T and Eularius' +5, and then you just swap the augments over, and that should get you to, you know, pretty far into NEA. So it's always the same. Shramps and Ballan replaced with Eularius and Remy T. Do you ever try the Black Bit Hero game? The Bit Legends thing? I played it for like 10 minutes, and that was it. Ilias, welcome. I missed the face, I missed your face. We should snuggle. Welcome a big boy for end game. I mean, the thing is, once you get to end game, there's like a gajillion different familiars you could use for different, like, stuff. So like legendary, like tanks, for instance, there's a bunch. Healers, there's a bunch. Like, or you could go for Glasdos, which is what I use, which is like a healer and a tank in one. There's a lot of options end game, early game and mid game. Like there's still a lot of options, but they're not very good. Like Shramps and Ball are definitely the best early, and Eularius and Remy T are the best mid game. But when you get to end game, there's just like a gajillion different ones you can choose from. So I don't really give recommendations for end game fams just because there's too many to go through. Okay, I just stay with bit heroes, weapons and armor. Oh, for the legendary. Yeah, no, just so every single zone you go to, just get epics in every slot and max them out. Right, up 3 out of 3 upgrades on epics in every single slot. Then, if you don't have enough TS to get through to the next zone, then replace say your main hand or your body or your head, or it doesn't really matter, with a legendary that you found, and then start upgrading that legendary. And eventually, you'll get enough TS to be able to push you over to the next zone, and then you start the whole process all over again. So max epics in every slot, then maybe start working on a legendary. If that doesn't get you over the line, start working on a second legendary. So yeah, max epic in every slot, then start working on upgrading those epics to legendaries. That'll get you to the next zone. Then you start all over again. Max epics in every slot, etc. That's the loop. Which ledge mount is good for DPS? Because I'm getting one next week. Well, it depends what type of mount you're getting. Are you buying one from the store, or are you buying one with mount guts? If you shop a mount, go Zardax. If you roll, try to get. I don't think you can re-roll the mounts though from the store. They're unique ones, right? Mount guts, of course. Then it doesn't really matter, honestly. In my opinion, at least, it doesn't really matter. I've got Peach, which is the one that heals. Then there's the Spider, which does. I think the Spider hits the last enemy, and then there's the what's the other one? Like the tiger-looking thing. I think that hits target enemy. Leaf 901. Thank you for the follow. The thing with mounts is the stats on it are way more important than the mount active ability thing. Well, that's my opinion at least. So if you get a legendary mount with mount guts, you'll get one of the 3, and then you can just re-roll it to get Dual Strike or Empower. Whereas if you buy one from the store, you'll get. I'm pretty sure you can't re-roll the stats on the store bought ones. That's like their whole reason, is because they've got stats on there that you can't roll as on your normal mount, I think. But I mean, when you buy one with mount guts, you're going to get one of the 3. And then, say I said I'll get Peach, it's the best one, and you got one of the other 2, then you're going to have to save up 1,000 gems to try and re-roll for another one. Just get the mount guts and get the legendary mount, and then whatever it is, just try and get 4% dual strike or empower on it, and then just use that. Like I got Peach as my first mount, and I haven't bought another one since. So yeah, that's my advice. I could be wrong there. If you're doing min maxi stuff, then there's probably get the tiger thing because its special ability is better than the other 2s or stuff. But you get to use it once per raid or once per whatever. Like it's not. I don't know. I don't think it's that important. I think the modifiers on it are more important. Okay, hang on, I need to catch up again. Welcome is a good mid-game, but seriously outclassed by other late-game stuff. Yeah, so I had Bobbidom and Walkham, and then I replaced them with two Glasdos, and that's been working pretty good. I think Glasdos is still decent, especially if you can. When Extermination starts at what, tier 10? Is it? So you can just farm that and get all your Tilks and stuff, and he's pretty good. Like, I'm still using him, so it's definitely not a shit fam. So yeah, maybe that's the advice that I'll give people, is do Shramps and Ballan into Eularius and Remy T into double Glasdos. That seems to work. Astaroth wanna be your boyfriend? What? Hang on. Yo, Astaroth wanna be my boyfriend. Should I use gems? Oh, right, I see what you're saying. No. It's Unless, same thing as being a tank. Unless you are going pay to win, a lot of the mythic familiar fusions and stuff, or even legendary fusions and stuff, they may require like a boss familiar. So like Astaroth, for instance. And if you're going to get them to +5, you're going to need 6 Astaroths. So you're going to have to farm raid 1. Well, this is just a hypothetical. You're going to have to raid 1 so many times for 6 Astaroths to show up. Then you're going to need, you know, if you throw gold at it, it's a 15% or 10% or whatever it is, chance of it coming through persuasion. That's not, you know, you're going to be there for fucking forever. Even if you throw gold at it, you're going to be there forever because there's such a low chance of showing up for persuasion. So basically every legendary, what is this song? It's giving me a headache. Every legendary familiar in the game is not worth bribing with gems. As just like a casual free-to-play player. Just don't waste your money. Save it for pets and accessories and stuff. Maverick, morning. What's going on, man? Why the triple dot? What's up? Tell me. I remembered that I had a consumable that raised my chance of stronger familiars to join you by 200%. Should I get that to get Remy T and Eularis? So that's what I'm using now. I'm using a capture rate tome. I think you get them as part of the monthly login, like the login rewards. I'm pretty sure you get one, maybe 2. I don't know. Okay, yeah, we could talk about this. If you're going to use, let's just stop for a sec. If you're going to use, say like a gore, right? So say you're going to use Bitgore, which is going to raise item find experience, capture rate, gold find, and movement speed for 500% for 24 hours, right? It's really tempting for newer players to use this because you're like, oh my god, that's so much better than my 25%. It's crazy. And you use it and you just do like your 6 raids and your 10 heroic dungeons or whatever, and then you're done. It's a giant waste. Whenever you use a consumable like this, that gives you a bunch of item find or and gold find and capture rate and all that sort of stuff, you want to use as many like raid shard baskets or token duffels or any of this as possible, so you're doing as much possible content you can while you have that thing, the gore active, right? There's no point using it and just doing the normal amount of stuff you would do in a day with your 25% stuff because it's a giant waste. So when you use a gore or an upgrade, we'll just say gore, make sure that you're doing way more content that day than you would normally do. So if you just use this for your normal days, it's a waste. Make sure you have like a bunch of token duffels to do like a bunch of what's tokens Trials Gauntlet, or badges to do expedition, or raid shard baskets to do raids. So that also is true for the capture rate tome. So this is the one you're talking about here. Unless you're going to do, which is kind of funny because I'm using one right now, so I'm going against my own advice. But that's only because I'm at the end of the tier and I don't need anything to do. So don't worry about me. But it's the same thing. If you want to use a legendary consumable like the tome here, 200% more chance for the familiars to show up. You want to do as many dungeons as you can to make use of this. So if you've got a bunch of energy potions and you can use them, then use this as well. Then yeah, it's probably worth it. But if you're only going to do like your 5 dungeons or whatever it is, it's a waste to use this. So basically anytime you use a gore or a consumable or whatever, make sure you have other things to use alongside it to get the best bang for your buck. Alright, Glass OP, he's pretty good, yeah. Doing Trials Gauntlet 2 2700 with 2 Glass? Really? Fuck. I still died to like the 2010 thing. Best friend, not your boyfriend? Well, maybe he would be your boyfriend. He could be your best friend, and then you fall madly in love, and then you have little Astaroth babbies. That could be the boss for the new zone. Little Astaroth babbies. What zone is considered as late game? Well, I mean the max zone is tier 13 right now, and it'll be tier 14 when the new zone comes out. I don't know, maybe like 10, I guess. Well, I would say let's do it this way. So if we do Shramps and Borland, right? As the FAM's early game. Then you replace them with Eularius and Remy T at mid game, which is like, I think Zone 5 and Zone 7, or Zone 5 and Zone 6, you get them. And then you get to 10. Hang on, who knows when Extermination World Boss starts? I think it's Zone 10, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, when Extermination World Boss shows up, then you start farming for Glasdos. So I would say when you can get the Glasdos schematic in Zone 10 or 11 or whatever it happens to be, I would probably consider that as like getting towards late game. But proper late game is you know the highest tier possible. I'm a freaking boy. Why would I want a boyfriend? I'm not gay. All right, calm down. I wasn't accusing you of being gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay, but it was just a joke. Sex horse could be your boyfriend. Yeah, well, I've got like 5 in the sex dungeon, so you're welcome to come over. I somehow always get the leg fams first try, but won't get the common ones. Yeah, I mean the Zodo also welcome. I didn't see you before. Yeah, you can do like a Bitgore, which is the 500% for all of these stats down here, and do like 60 raids and get like a legendary maybe. And then the next day you're just using shitty 25% stuff. You find 2 legendaries and a mythic. The game just it's kind of like when you use stuff, like your rewards are worse and then when you don't use stuff, your rewards are better. It's like the opposite. It feels like sometimes. Just RNG is fickle, I guess. I'm a boy and not a girl. Why are you bullying? I'm not bullying. I was just making a joke. Extermination starts at tier 10. Alright, perfect. Yeah, so Shramps of Borland into Eularius Remy T into Glasdos. That would be the recommendation. If I already have a Abominable Trophy, Baronet DPS, and should I then use my gems for Shard Baskets badges on sale for a bit gore use? I have 5. So hang on. So you've got the DPS accessory. That's the one with Empower and Dual Strike on it, right? Yeah. Okay. That's a good accessory. I mean, look, if you've got a legendary accessory and you've got a legendary pet, I mean, even if the legendary pet, as Smiley said, 60 proc is better. But for now, like, that's totally fine. It's still good. So yeah, just swap to Baronet thing, and swap to Blah if you weren't already. Then use your gems for Shard Baskets on sales. Yeah, probably. I mean, if you've already got the accessory in the pet, you could try for a better pet, I guess. But yeah, maybe save up and buy some consumables so that when you use a gore, you can get the best bang for your buck. And because you're only doing max epics in every slot, and then upgrading them with legendaries until you get to the next zone and do it again, as we talked about today a lot of times. Ultimately, you want to save your bit gores and your buck gores or any gores really until you're in the highest tier, because anything that you get with it, you're just going to replace next tier, right? So if you're using a bit gore and 60 raids or something, and you get a bunch of legendaries, you might break down some of those legendaries to upgrade one that might get you to the next zone. But then you've used the bit gore and it's gone. So if you use a gore and you get gear, and then the next zone you replace that gear, kind of is a waste, I guess. Whereas if you're max tier, when you use it, any gear you get, you're going to be able to, it's going to be effective. But I understand that when you're in like zone 5 or something, you're like, fuck, max tier is like, 9 zones away. There's the temptation and stuff to use the gores to progress. So I mean, look, that's a personal preference and stuff. Like, it will help you get through zones faster, I guess, if you're getting legendaries and upgrading your epics to legendaries quicker and all that. But ultimately, I guess in a perfect world, you would want to save all of the gores until max tier. But that depends how much of a how much willpower and stuff you have. I hoard like a motherfucker, but some people can't do that, don't want to do that. And you gotta have fun as well. So, you know, as far as when should I use gauze and stuff, I know no one asked that. I kind of was a tangent that I went on. Just, you know, this is a game. It's fun. It's not meant to be like a job, min-maxing, absolutely perfect, getting everything right type thing. Just, you know, even if you make mistakes and, oh, I'm not using the right gear, this, that, other. As long as you're having fun, ultimately that's the thing, right? We're not playing this game to earn money or you know, be dominating other people or whatever. It's a mobile game, right? Just have fun with it. Even if it's not the min-max way to do it, just have fun. I think I got my first mythic when I used Gore on Raid. I mean, probably, yeah. That makes sense. I got a mythic without using any consumables at Raid 4. I mean, you will get stuff just using 25%. It's just if you use a Gore, it's a way better chance. That's why when you use a Gore, you use stuff alongside it. Shall I use my Raid Sharp basket and Bit Gore? I'm on tier 9. Well, that's literally what we just spoke about. So that's totally up to you. I mean, I wouldn't, but that's, you know, that's just me. If you had like a few shard baskets, then maybe. But as I said, as long as you're having fun, there's no mistakes, right? So if you want to use it, go for it. If you want to save it, then you can save it. The good thing is even if you want to use it, because the current, I don't know if they're going to change it or they're going to, I don't know, but the daily login thing, right? You get one free Bitgore a month. For the 30th day, you get a Bitgore. So even if you use it in tier 9 with a raid shard basket thingy, like within the next 30 days, you're going to get another one. So that's good. Yeah, you know, you can use it and use your raid shards. You'll get another one anyway. So if you want to do it, have fun. There's no mistakes. Or mistakes don't matter, sorry. Can you all stop flexing on me? I'm a new player. Nobody's flexing on anybody. Okay, we're out of raids. I mean, we're not, but let's do, in fact, let's do those raids. All right, so this is how you change energy to raid shards. And again, I do not recommend this 99% of the time. You go into trade, craft menu, trade, and then you go down near the bottom. Here we go. And then you can trade. 100 energy and 5k gold gets you a raid shard basket. So we'll just do 5 of them. Okay. The phrase raid shard basket was stuck in your head for weeks. Don't know why. Wow. Was it on an exam? Did you nail it? The exam's just like, what coding language should this? Raid shard basket, sex horse. then the person marking the paper is just like, yeah, he's got a point actually. You know, raid shard basket, sex horse. I can agree with that. Yo, Chook, I found someone cursing and raging in Beat Heroes yesterday because he didn't get good gear and loot. What would you say to him? I mean, if he's... Hang on, where was this in World Chat or something? Or just personally to you? Another quick question? No worries. I've been sitting at tier 10 with max sets, farming events for a bit. Is that a good idea, or is it more productive to pass the higher tiers even if I get low ranks? So not a quick question. Well, see, this is the new thing, right? Because they've got the events and the tiers and things for your, like they've got the individual thing. It's not worldwide or game wide anymore. People are, I think the phrase is twink or twinking or whatever, which is basically getting as much upgrades, getting perfect gear, and staying in that tier that you're in, so you dominate others, right? Again, there's no mistakes. Like as long as you're having fun, that's the main thing, right? So if you're doing that and destroying everybody and you're happy doing it, then keep doing it. If you want to move on, move up to, you know, try and get to max tier, then that's also there. Like I personally would just try and get to max tier as soon as possible. So I'm doing the main like the new content and keeping up to date with everything. And then if something new comes out, I can do it straight away, etc. But if you're having fun in tier 10, then you can totally do that. That's another personal preference. Like if there's a question about like gears and all this sort of stuff that I can help with, but a lot of that stuff is opinions. So like I personally would try and push to end current tier. I think it's the third bit goal from monthly login. If you've already got some in your bag, then again, same thing. It's personal opinion, personal preference. If you want to use it, sounds like you want to use it, just do it. It'll still help you. And even if you don't get legendaries to break down and stuff, you're still going to get a bunch of experience and stuff out of it. But I have really good willpower and I just don't use my stuff. But so it's hard for me to recommend whether you should or not, because people have different views on stuff. Trading energy for raid shards. Now you know how it's done. Don't do it. Yeah. You can also change trade. I think it's still there. You can trade energy for the seals, the world boss material, consumable. Sorry, which is very, very bad. Don't do that either if it's still a thing. I wish it was. It's a stream. So hang on, you're watching someone in stream. Raging a bit hairy yesterday because he didn't get any good gear and loot. What would you say to him? Calm down, it's a game, maybe. Just like, it's not the end of your life. Just, calm down, everything's fine. Also, is collecting Familiar's fusion fams a good idea or is it a waste? Is collecting Familiars / fusion fams a good idea? Well, yeah, I mean, it is a good idea. Like, so, fuck, I just pressed retry. You'll get like a plethora of schematics that you'll never use, right? And you don't really have the say in whether you pick them up or not, because it's just you'll just pick up schematics just as you play, right? But you will get like a stupid amount of schematics that you'll never use. So it's really, you'll get them by playing, but if there's specific ones you want, then they're the ones you farm for, right? So is it worth collecting schematics? It's not really a question, really, because you're just going to get them. If the question was like, is it worth going after the schematics that I want or need, then obviously the answer is yes. But you're just going to get them like by playing. There's no way to not. It's not like a schematic comes up and you're like, no, fuck off, I don't want you. So yeah, I would just go for the schematics you're actually wanting to get. So if you're trying to get, Ularis and Remy T, then, focus on those dungeons. I have Crowned Eve just for collection purposes. Which one's is that the rezzing bitch? That sounds good. Maybe when I get Glaz to move along. Maybe sooner if it takes ages. So Glazdos is, for how strong the familiar is, it's really it's not quick, but it's really easy to fuse a Glazdos. Like it's not one of the more complicated ones. You don't need any raid epics. Like it's pretty easy. You need 3 Tilks, which is a dungeon boss. You need 3 Tilks and you need 10 of the Extermination World Boss material to make 1 Glazdos. I think it's 10. Maybe it's, we'll look at the fusion afterwards. So it's basically just go farm a fuck ton of Tilks and then just do a heap of the World Boss until you get enough of the World Boss material, and that's it. I think it's 15 actually. I think to make a plus, this is just going from memory, and my memory is awful. I think it's 18 Tilks and 90 World Boss material. I think that's what you need for a +5 Glazdos. I think. Gotta go now. Have fun. All right, man. Take care. Thanks for popping in. Good to see you. Eagle, welcome to you. No, that's the problem. Get good schematics when I don't need them, and for the schematics I want, it's like 0.1%. It's just literally everything in this game is luck. Like it's like RNG, right? Random number generated. So it's just, you know, you could be farming for a epic consumable to make, like, let's say to make Remy T, and instead you'll get a mythic material. You'll get a mythic thing instead, schematic instead. Everything's just luck. All you can do is use, like, you know, bit gauze or buck gauze or whatever. Like, you know, the goal is to improve your item find stat to try and, you know, boost your chance at getting those legendaries or whatever it is that you're going for. But in the end, it's luck. You know, the person that's using a 500% consumable and the person that's not using any consumable whatsoever still has access to the same loot. It's just one of them has a higher chance of getting it. So yeah, purely luck. That's why you can't really get angry at the game, because, like, you're choosing to put yourself through this hell, right? You're playing it, you know how the game is, and you might not get the thing you're trying to get for months or whatever it is, but you just keep farming, keep grinding, and eventually you'll get whatever it is you're looking for. But yeah, it's frustrating. I 100% agree with you, but there's nothing you can do about it. It's just the game. Just keep doing what you're doing, and you'll get it eventually. By Vanos reference. What? I don't know what that is. Grinded extermination for a couple of months for Glasdos and got him a few days ago. Nice. Well, there you go. See, for me, for instance, I'll give you two examples. I was trying to get... What was I trying to get? No, sorry. I wasn't trying to get anything. I wasn't looking for... I was using a +5 Bobodom and a +5 Walkham, right? And I was just progressing and doing world boss and raids and, you know, everything. And I was doing extermination world boss, and I got the Glasdos schematic, but I didn't even know I got it. Like, I didn't see it pop up, and no one said, like, congrats or anything. So I just didn't even pay attention. I just, you know, would click requeue or whatever the button is. And didn't even know. And then it was like a couple weeks later, I was talking to Friendly Viking, and he was asking me, like, advice and stuff. He's like, hey, do you think I should do this or that? And what I can't even remember what it was about. And then he's like, by the way, why are you not working towards Glasdos? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he said, you got the schematic. I'm like, when? He goes, like weeks ago, it came up on the thing that you got it. And I'm like, oh shit. So I got this schematic not even knowing that I got it, and I wasn't pushing extermination. I just got it luckily, just, you know, in the 50 runs or something I did of extermination over a few days. I just got it naturally and was really lucky. So that's one example of just RNG being RNG. All right, and I got lucky, didn't even know it. And then the other one is Friendly Viking still does not have the Walkham schematic. He has enough of everything to make a +5 like Walkham, and has for like a year, but he still doesn't have the schematic. So he's been trying to get that schematic for like a year and a half, and it's just not dropping for him. He's got everything he needs. As soon as the schematic drops, bang, +5 Walkham, but he just can't get the schematic. So it can go either way. There's no way of knowing. There's no way of like trying to get better. It's just random. But more of attrition, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, you will eventually get what you're going for. Even if it's months or a year and a half in Vikings example, he still doesn't have it. Eventually you'll get it. It just depends on how much you want / need it, and what kind of willpower you have to be like, no, I'm going to do this. It's a matter of principle now. I'm going to get this fucking thing, right? So yeah, there's two examples of how RNG can be a bitch when it comes to schematics. I did the whole of whatever the raid was where it was on the clouds. I did that whole raid. Okay. Hello. Suspense, man. I didn't know if I caught it or not. I need my 450 second, like, shaman or whatever the hell that thing was. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Nope, it's gone. Yeti, it's my bitch. Speaking of friendly Viking, there he is. Does anyone else need advice or questions or anything? Oh, yes. Thank you, William. That's what I was talking about. Yeah. From the cloud raid. So, I don't know. Let's say that was raid 6 because I can't remember what raid it was. Let's just call it raid 6. I did that raid the entire tier, right? Because it was the current raid and everything. I was trying to get gear and da-da-da-da. So I did that raid every day at least probably 15 times with natural regen and all that sort of stuff. So let's say 15 raids every day for 6 months, and I didn't get that schematic. So yeah, still don't have it because I've never gone back to that raid because I don't need anything from there. But then I got Glazless and I didn't even know it. So it's just one of those things. Okay, what do we have left? We only have World Boss left. Let's do it. Everyone on YouTube, if you're watching, still watching, whatever. I have a bunch of. I need to address this at the start of a stream, because if I mention it at the end here, if people haven't watched this far, they're not going to see it, right? But I have so many people every time I log in asking me to come and help them with their world boss, and I would love to, but I need so many materials from my world boss that I can't go and use like 50 zeals on helping someone else, because that's 50 zeals I could be using on my thing. As soon as I get the thing I need, then I'll help whoever. If someone wants help, I can totally do that. But until I get what I'm after, I kind of need to use it on my own shit, right? I need to look after myself first. Then I'll help as many people as I can. So yeah, I need to mention that at the start of a raid, because I get swarmed with world boss invites pretty much every time I log in. Come on. Does anyone want to do some world boss? Okay, you a tank or a DPS? What is this? You're a tank, okay. They're not going to see it anyway? Probably, yeah. Let's try. So I still need this dude here is the Stanislaus. Pretty sure that's his name. I don't know. I kept calling him Stanislav because I like the name Stanislav. This guy, this is the new familiar I'm working on. I have everything I need to make plus 5 of him. Actually, I have enough to make 3 +5s of him. I've got all the fams I need. I just need the schematic and the world boss material. The world boss. Let's quickly jump out. Well, we were going to check a fusion. What was it? I forget what it was that we were checking. So I don't have the familiar. I don't have the schematic for him. But he needs. I think. Alright, hang on. No, wait. I can do it this way. Come on, where is it? Okay, here we go. We need 5 of him and 5 of him. And then plus 15, I think it's 15 of the world boss material. And that farms, that fuses, sorry, 1 of that world boss, right? So one of this guy, 15 world boss material. Except these guys need 10 world boss material to fuse them. So really, it's 10 material here, 10 material here, so that's 20, and then 15 for the final thing. So it's 35 world boss material to make 1 Stanislaus. I've made this guy once, and I've made this guy once, so there's 20, and then I have another 16, so 20, so 36. I have 36, and I need 210. So whatever that math ends up being, like 166 or whatever it was. I still need that many of these world boss materials. So like until I get that, I can't afford to do other world bosses. So yeah, if you're on YouTube and you're watching and all that sort of stuff, that's why I can't join you, because I need so many of these still. Once I get them, then I shall come and help. I don't know if I... Oh, this doesn't look good. I think I'm out of energy for right now. No worries. I mean, I'm happy pugging it, but it just takes a while. Bop, are you still there? This was the same guy as before, I'm pretty sure. Am I still pocket chook, or have you... Well, if he's gone, he can't obviously hear me. Regroup. Oh, actually, I did mention earlier that the accessories and pet from the guild shop are not worth it. So, really, the only thing in here, I've definitely gone through this in previous streams and stuff, but really the only thing in here that's worth getting are the energy potion, the zeals, the token badge, or tickets. If you're going to push PvP, then you can buy some tickets. If you're going to push extermination or whatever, you can do badges. If you're going to push trial gauntlet, you can do tokens. But for me, these two are the main ones. Either average energy potion, you get 50 energy, so that's nearly two heroic dungeons worth, or 5 zeals, which is 5 world boss worth. So if you are saving, if you're watching this right now and you're saving to get, like, I don't know, these voodoo wings, for instance, it's 250,000, which is obviously a lot. Instead, you could buy 5 world bosses for 15,000, and you're gonna get way more bang for your buck buying this or this than you are like a fairly average accessory, and just buy an accessory from the shop, the box, accessory box. So yeah, that's what you should spend your guild honor on, is energy potions or the world boss zeals. That would be my my recommendation. That's what I do. And at the moment, I've got 4 something million guild honor because I just don't need anything right now. But when it comes to the new zone, I'm going to be pushing the new world boss. Well, the same world boss that I'm pushing right now, but in the new tier. I'm going to be pushing it pretty damn hard because I need all those materials, as we went through before. Plus, I'll get like the accessories and the legendaries and gear and stuff while doing it, that I can break down for upgrading next tier's set or whatever it ends up being. If I can find people that'll carry me through her heroic next to tier's heroic world boss, that would be great. But it's probably just going to be using it on normals, and just pushing a lot of world boss to get those materials that I need. So if I could push it on heroic, then I might be able to get the world boss set as well, or mythic or whatever. But yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. So I'll probably just find someone that also wants to do a bunch of world boss and just smash it out, because I've got, I don't know how many, I think I've got like 140-ish of those zeal pouch things, which gives you 5 world boss. So effectively I've got like 144 times 5 world bosses, and then I've got 4 million guild honor on top of that, which I can then spend in even more. So a lot. But again, I'm a hoarder. I could have been pushing world boss like crazy right now with all of that stuff, but all the all the legendaries and stuff I get pointless. So I was just waiting until the next tier. So when I do it, I'll get gear out of it, as well as the world boss material, trying to be as efficient as possible. Get weave. I already got it, man. I did it. I just exchanged it straight away. I was like, this thing's shit. It's just like, it's super easy to get. Why, why is everyone thinking it's so good? I just fuck delete it. Imagine that. Imagine spending all of your time and resources and money and everything else to get Starweave. It comes up on the top like, Chook has got Starweave, and everyone's like, hooray, congrats, da da da. Instantly, just exchange it. I heard Mythic Enchants up tier with you. Is this true? Mythic Enchants. I don't know. I don't know. Not sure. I doubt it, because like enchants are just a set thing, right? You get like 0.8 Jewel Strike or something, for instance. If you level up, they do. There you go. The more you know. Basically anything Mythic, I just ignore it. I'm just like, casual free-to-play player. I don't need this Mythic governs. Like, it's gonna take like a whole year to get one thing. So yeah, I don't really pay too much attention to Mythic stuff. I can go and see if I can make one. I've got one Mythic, I think. Pretty sure. Was it Rune? Enchant, sorry? Yeah, I got one enchant. There you go. I'll see if I can make another one. Sorry, Leia, I was coming. I don't know what the freaking toaster is meant to be. Other than a toaster. Alright, it's the last one. Look at it. It's just an angry toaster. Okay, we're done. Let's go to... what the hell am I doing? Guild. Town. I don't know why they don't have a armory button where you can just teleport to the armory. And if they do, then I've completely missed that. But I'm pretty sure you have to go down here every time to do it. Which is the dude? Is it this guy? No, this is the room. Is it this guy? Yeah, here we go. What do I need? I need 15 more spell soil. Just go in Inv and Mats. What? Sure there'll be a toaster Pokemon. Dino Killer, welcome man. Welcome. Anyway, whatever. We're done for the Bit Heroes until next Sunday. If anything happens between now and then with the whole new zone coming or whatever it is, where is it? Settings, news. If anything more comes out during the week or something, maybe I'll make a Bit Hero Bites video explaining what's going on. But other than that, that's it for the Bit Heroes. Inventory sort by materials. Ah, right. Okay, I see what you're saying. Anyway, stick around for some Dead Cells if that sounds good to you. Otherwise, Bit Hero crew, I will see you next Sunday. Tap on Myth, Craft. Yeah. Okay, no worries. Anyway, that's it. Bye!